Fuel cell.
Okay. Diesel atau petrol?
Petrol.
Mesti petrol lah. Okay.
Nah,
NA atau turbo?
NA,
Atau turbo?
turbo.
Turbo. Makanan kegemaran?
Ayam masak merah.
Oh.
Dari dulu lagi.
Destinasi, apa dah?
Dari dulu lagi duk cerita ayam masak merah ni.
Oh, okay. Pasal apa yang masak merah tu? Mesti ada cerita dia ni.
Pasal ni masakan ni lah, masakan orang rumah kita minat lah kan.
Oh, okay. Destinasi cuti di Malaysia yang you punya favourite?
Destinasi cuti di Malaysia.
Ha.
Nak pergi mana? Tak pasti ya. Kalau ikut tu Penang lah, Penang.
Penang ah. Pasal apa? Nasi kandang ah.
Nasi canai lah.
Okay. Nasi lemak atau roti canai for breakfast?
Roti canai.
Okay.
Jaga berat badan sikit lah. Jaga berat badan sikit.
Aduh. Orang zaman moden ni. Pasukan bola kegemaran?
Dari dulu sampai lah ni Valencia. FC Valencia.
Okay.
Dulu dia
Macam nak beli
top,
pergi sana?
pasal dulu ada Claudio Lopez duk main kat sana.
Okay. But, the Spanish La Liga, jarang orang, macam nak you
Jarang
boleh...
kalau kita duk Jerman memang orang tengok Spanish dengan A Serie.
Okay.
A Serie Italy dengan Spanish League.
How come you don't have any Bundesliga team?
Takkan nak sokong FC Hollywood kan? Boleh lah. FC Hollywood. Takkan nak sokong FC Hollywood. Itu dah memang top lah selalu.
Okay. And no British team lah.
British team so far saya tak tengok sangat. Kita tengok game lah. Kita tak adalah sana. Ya sini tak adalah. Nanti dia jadi viral. Susah.
Tak berani sebut. Tak apa. Okay. Sukan kegemaran yang you sendiri main?
Hoki.
Oh, you main hoki kat sekolah lo?
Sampai
your brother main hoki juga kan? Your brother main hoki lah? Rizal main hoki lah?
Dia lompat tinggi lah.
Lompat tinggi dia. He's known for lompat tinggi lah. Musim kegemaran, bunga, panas, luruh, sejuk?
Musim panas lah. Musim sejuk dia syok cara lain kan. Musim panas lah, musim kegemaran.
Not spring or fall lah?
Tak really lah.
Okay, kalau anywhere you can go, where's the place favorite untuk holiday?
Switzerland. Nice place. Dulu saya duduk 10 tahun. Memang dia tak luntur orang panggil.
Okay, so what is the so that's to me is like a strange answer for somebody who's lived there, especially. So apa dia attraction dari Switzerland sebenarnya?
Dia punya geografi yang bergunung ganang, ada area macam sebelah south. Biasa kan kalau orang pergi orang cakap Interlaken contohnya kan. Orang nak pergi Interlaken. It's a nice area. Dia punya tasik banyak yang cantik and also
dramatic lah, scenery very dramatic lah kan.
Tapi okay lah, saya to be honest saya tak pernah pergi country macam Korea dengan Germany. Dengan Japan. Orang cakap dekat sana. Orang cakap sana different. Even kawan di Jerman yang dalam motorsport bila dia ada projek dekat Japan, dia kata totally different. Japan jauh lagi bersih daripada Jerman. Itu pun saya terkejut.
Dia memang macam masuk planet lain lah.
Betul. Dia kata memang different.
The level of safety that you feel when you walk in the middle of the city at midnight is tak boleh match lah. Korea comes very close second.
Okay.
Comes a very close second. Tapi you rasa pelik. Kalau you jalan tu, you have macam tak ada rasa takut lah. It's just so safe that place. It's just so weird. But that's what it is lah. And of course, dia punya language completely different kan. At least macam the European language tu kita macam boleh sikit-sikit lagi ambil lah. Pasal ada banyak juga perkataan-perkataan yang kita ambil daripada dia kan. Yang ini langsung lah kan. That's the other makes it scary and interesting lah. Okay. Movie kegemaran.
Movie kegemaran lah. Lama dah tak.
Jangan cakap Ford versus Ferrari sudah.
Movie kegemaran Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Forrest Gump is actually the first movie in German I watch. When masa tu dia tengah hit lah. Masa saya sampai Jerman 1994. Tapi saya tengok balik lah lepas tu in original punya version.
Okay. Ini F1 driver kegemaran.
F1 driver kegemaran.
Okay, let's say current and all time.
Current and all time. Current bagi saya Alonso, Fernando Alonso.
Okay.
Kalau nak kata all time Lewis
Hamilton
lah.
Wow.
Dia orang pernah dalam satu team kan. Pernah tengok macam mana dia orang fight dalam Ferrari tak silap. McLaren lah. McLaren lah.
Yeah. So Lewis Hamilton ni dia compare how is he comparable to, I don't know, macam Michael Schumacher?
Michael Schumacher bagi saya legend lah dia adalah seorang-seorang yang tak pernah kena overlap dengan McLaren kan. Ingat tak? Masa McLaren 800 PS dulu, orang kata lah 800 PS kan. Dia punya enjin kuat kan. Dia overlap semua kereta F1 kecuali Michael Schumacher. Walaupun dia second, tapi dia tak pernah kena overlap. Itu yang saya remember lah. Yang saya ingat. Different lah. Michael Schumacher memang dia punya driving style tu maybe different. Macam kalau nak kata Alonso tu, orang kata okay, you bagi kereta apa dia boleh jalan kan. Dia boleh bawa kan. Okey lah sekarang
dulu siapa nama yang terror dalam hujan tu?
Yang terror dalam hujan?
Italian driver.
Siapa? Team mana?
Early days of dia ada bawa untuk Ferrari kejap tak silap Ferrari Italian driver. Dia zaman early days of Schumacher lah. Jean Alesi. Jean Alesi pernah dekat Monza kat tersilap Orang lain semua duk creepy crawly in the rain, dia bawa macam ribut. So kita macam holy cow, macam mana dia buat? Tayar kau macam mana boleh berlekat? So Jean Alesi. I mean these are drivers yang spectacular at sometimes lah.
Ya, betul.
Okay, tu 20 soalan dah habis. Ni ada satu lagi soalan tanya. Pernah drive kat Nürburgring tak?
Pernah pergi track je. Tak pernah
taxi ride
drive.
Tak
pernah ambil. Silap lah. Patut ambil. Kena ambil. Siapa pergi, saya surekan ambil lah.
Track mana yang you pernah drive?
Yang pernah drive track Sepang dengan track Monaco lah.
Oh, okay. Alright. And how do you find Sepang?
Interesting track. Especially kalau siapa boleh ambil hairpin tu dengan cekap. Bagus sangat.
Yes. And then somebody tanya, do you like Formula E?
From the beginning when I saw Formula E on TV, on YouTube, I kind of like Formula E. But when I was at the track, I said, maybe not. Sebab tak ada bunyi kan.
Yeah, I mean bunyi kereta api lah, bunyi kereta wiu like you standing next to the platform and like an ICE train was passing by kan.
Terkejut. It was the first time when I went to the track. Dia kata okay, kita ada testing untuk Formula E BMW. Pergi tengok. Oh macam ni kereta dia. Dari jauh okay lah, nampak menarik, tapi they should integrate macam I8 kan. I8 they integrate the sound kan.
Yeah.
Belakang tu kan. Dia bubuh ada 15 kilos punya woofer sound bagi dengar macam enjin. Tu
But
macam
that
tu
is the one of the stranger solutions to me in this zaman kereta elektrik ni ialah macam nak introduce the simulated sound untuk pedestrian safety. I think memang perlu. But at what speed do you stop introducing the sound? Mungkin maybe above 30 kilometers per hour stop lah kot dah pasal dah. I don't know, but there's satu. And then also some people bila bawa dia nak ada bunyi.
Ya, betul.
Kan? So it's something yang kita kena tengok lah in the future. How will it go kan?
Itulah.
And last sekali lah, saya nak sembang ni sikit pasal the future of the auto industry ni. Kalau you tengok this guy nama Tony Siba, dia ni transporter lah basically. Bukan train spotter, transporter. So dia in 2014 had predicted that dia punya prediction for battery pricing lah is the most spectacular one. It's so accurate. And also dia punya prediction untuk electric cars taking off lah. So dia punya prediction is by 2030, 80% of all cars, new cars sold will be electric cars. By 2025 should be at least 50% of all cars sold will be electric cars globally lah. Okay. And the other yang the disruption comes in will ada convergence in technology. So of course battery and di satu lagi dia kata the other big disruptor sebenarnya ialah bila ride sharing becomes more prevalent and people don't own cars so much.
Okay.
And dia kata bila masa tu dia nampak of course dia nampak level 5 autonomy lah. Dia nampak level 5 autonomy by 2030 macam tu onwards. Dia kata we will have level 5 autonomy, which sounds like reasonable lah. I don't know whether boleh atau tak boleh, but the way kita tengok Tesla punya FSD version 10 tu dah nampak macam we're like 65-70% there lah. So dia kata once that happens, then people won't be owning cars so much, and therefore the total number of cars will drop because cars then will serve many people and they become like personalized public transport. And their prediction is number of cars will drop by 80% because of sharing. So I don't know how realistic or whatnot it is, but just want to get your take on where you see the automotive industry going forward in the next 5 to 10 years. That is what that guy in your opinion lah. So I just cakap kat you to see if you see anything, because you dah duduk dekat sana and you nampak what all these big car companies are trying to do or thinking to do, kan? So
actually the studies of all these kind of technologies, macam you cakap urban life, tak ada, no one owns car in the next 10 years or 15 years. Benda tu dah ada study tu. Cuma realization dia tu saya rasa tak ada, to me lah. I rasa tukar. It's not impossible. Maybe it will take longer. Kita akan sampai juga at that stage kan. Mungkin not.
How old are your kids now?
The first one is 14.
You pernah sembang dengan dia tak tentang what they think of cars? Because my kids, they don't really care whether they get to own a car or not, as long as they have access to it. And they're like 21 and 20, the oldest ones. So I terkejut jugalah bila dia cakap ni, bila kita baca the study tu, kita macam, ya ke, betul ke? Because we're so used to owning a car kan.
Yeah.
But because they grow up with Grab and Uber, where you can call a car and the car comes, you know. And it's not like a taxi, you know, it's a car.
Betul.
So, tak tahulah how.
Okay, itu satu part kan. Tapi kalau tiba-tiba orang cakap kereta terbang macam mana?
Kereta terbang, okay. So kereta terbang, to me, the main problem of kereta terbang is because it has to be so energy dense to fly, and the noise level is going to be unbearable.
Okay.
Itu je, the main difficulty is going to be that lah. Unless we figure out some form of gravity manipulation, then that's a whole different story lah. I tak nampak flying using aerodynamic means susah sikit. It's just too energy dense. That's my opinion.
Okay. But then the studies the studies still going on kan. Benda ni
Yeah.
ada
I mean,
group-group
right
yang
now kita dah nampak people carrying drones yang boleh bawa 2 orang, 4 orang dah mula actually start to fly already.
Betul.
Cuma still, to me, the noise level is going to be a major issue. Because it's going to be noisy lah. Helicopters are noisy kan. So, holy cow, you nak ada beratus-ratus benda ni terbang. But again, bila kita hasilkan kereta, we change our cities to suit the cars. Betul tak? We redesign our whole environment to suit the technology yang kita rasa kita nak pakai. So if we decide that flying cars are feasible, then I'm sure we will design our cities to fit that lah, kan? I mean, how hard is it to make double glazing windows kan to keep the noise out? It's not something rocket science.
Betul. Tapi yang tadi yang that guys yang give the thoughts of what's going to happen after
Tony Siba. Tony Siba. Nanti I bagi link you tengok.
Okay, interesting thought. Possible to happen. Mana orang dah tak own car.
People don't own cars, and it's the scary thing is that he made those predictions possibly in the 2016, 2014 macam tu, and then comes along Mr. Musk and starts talking about the same thing dengan dia punya full self-driving technology dia. Because memang kalau you tengok dia cakap, dia tak nak jual kereta dia sebenarnya. Bila dia achieve full self-driving level 5, dia tak nak jual kereta dia dah.
Okay.
Because pada dia, it becomes wasteful if he sells the cars. Yes, then you just simpan kereta tu. So dia kalau boleh, you tak usah beli kereta tu, you just subscribe as a service. Then he doesn't need to produce as many cars, and yet everybody can move at the same level of convenience. And I don't know. I mean,
betul.
I think benda-benda tu semua is software driven in terms of how you allocate the cars to the people, to where, to what, who's going to work out the actuarials for that, the algorithm for that. Somebody will work it out lah soon enough kan. So they will work it out for Grab and Uber. So how hard can it be, right? The distribution of the cars, where it should be, where and all that kan. So that will probably come along, and that ties into the idea kenapa Tony Siba thinks like that is because dia kata if you look at the most efficient transportation system in the world, it's our blood cells. Our blood cells carry in fresh resources and waste out, the same thing. Right? It's the same platelet that carries in oxygen and takes out CO2. It's the same thing that carries in your fuel and takes out the waste. It's the same thing. So dia kata once we figure out how to make that things modular enough, then pagi sampai pukul 9 dia angkat orang, lepas tu dia tutup 10 sampai 12 dia hantar barang, 12 sampai 1 dia angkat orang balik. Itu dia, it's just, you know, it's something that computers can do and assign the resources so efficiently that it's not going to be, betul lah kan? It's just some numbers somebody can punch. People like you guys lah, engineers will duduk and tengok, how is this spreading?
Betul ya. Yeah.
But again, kita biasa ada kereta, so how will we feel about not having a car? That's not ours, you know. Itulah dia punya. But that's our generation. Our generation is that, kan?
Yes.
The future
Mungkin
generation might not care.
Younger generation different kan?
Yeah. And there was another study, an article in 2019 in this website called Seeking Alpha. So Seeking Alpha ni macam analysis ni website lah. So dia tengok, dia kata peak auto happened in 2019. That means the number of cars sold will never go higher than 2019 lah dia cakap.
Okay.
And memang 2020 drop lah, but because pandemic, so kita tak tahu lah whether that will pan out in the next 2 years or not. Tapi apa yang dia cakap ialah one of the reason kenapa car sales ataupun ICE car sales peak in 2019 is because there's already a large percentage of people I can't remember what they cite the numbers to, maybe 20 or 30%, and dah decide that their next car is going to be electric, but they cannot buy one right now because there are no affordable electric cars. So what is happening is they're deciding to hold on to their cars a bit longer, 1 or 2 more years, to wait for the electric car to come. And maybe that explains why suddenly
the car sale drop.
and Tesla can sell every single car that they make. You know, the moment they bawa aja masuk, I mean, this month record sales in France of BEVs. Norway record sales, US record sales. I think Germany pun record sales of BEV. So it's just
Germany kan dia buka the big Tesla punya production kan.
That's right.
Berlin,
Giga
kan?
Berlin. Yeah, Giga Berlin is 500,000.
Betul.
To me, right now, the German automakers, they orang masih lagi rasa there's room to wiggle, you know, to defend their territory ke apa benda ke, whatever existing space that they have. The moment Giga Berlin buka, they will panic. So once cars start, I mean, they're expecting cars to start rolling out in October, November out of Berlin. Sekilang dah siap kan, cuma dah dapat final approval je. So once the cars start rolling out, and that Giga Berlin has 500,000 manufacturing capacity. So let's say first year they hit 250, by third year they hit 500,000. Pengsan lah. Mana dia nak lari pun tak tahu nak cakap macam mana lah. This is home ground kan, right smack in Berlin pula tu. Dia bukan pergi buat tempat-tempat lain, aku buat kat Berlin, padahal bukan kau. And go to your capital and I build the world's biggest electric car factory and I'll show it to you. Oh my goodness. It'll be interesting lah. I mean, because Elon Musk punya dramatics is quite effective. You know, dia punya dramatic dia tu, dia punya story dia tu. I mean, you pergi buat kat Berlin, takkan tak tempat lain nak buka. You choose smart.
Ya, macam tak logik kan, macam tak masuk akal kan.
Dia nak pergi takut kan, Berlin. Ambil kau, aku buka kat Berlin kan. So would you buy an electric car if there's one that's affordable right now?
Maybe not now.
Why? What's the biggest concern for you?
The biggest concern? Because I still like normal car. Kereta biasa. Masih minat lagi lah. Tapi but one day to be honest, I never drive electric car before.
You never driven one?
No.
Okay, the next time I get an electric car, I'll go and look for you.
Okay.
The reason why you have to drive is because this is the reason. I fell in love with electric cars. Bukan pasal drive Tesla ataupun drive kereta-kereta yang dahsyat tu. I fall in love with electric car bila bawa kereta yang paling ramai orang kutuk, iaitu Nissan Leaf. Nissan Leaf ni dia overheat, bateri dia parah. And bila I bawa, so we got the Nissan Leaf and I went to Melaka because I wanted to test, boleh ke kereta ni kan, betul ke boleh pergi dan balik Melaka kan. So memang cukup bateri tu untuk datang balik sini. So we went to Bangi, ada satu DC fast charger dekat company nama Nichihon. Nichihon ni supplier all sorts of electronic components lah untuk the Japanese auto industry. And then kalau kat Jepun, dia orang yang buat the charging untuk the CHAdeMO untuk Nissan dekat Jepun, ada Mitsubishi MI-EV. Basically the CHAdeMO tu dia orang ada banyak buat lah, dia orang banyak supply benda tu. So we went and charge the car, drive pergi Melaka. Sampai Melaka, dekat air keruh patutnya ada charger dekat rest area, tapi tak, faulty. So I tengok meter tu macam boleh balik sampai balik KL lah. Tapi tak boleh pergi jalan pusing Melaka lah. So I tak apa, pergi makan, I balik KL. Sampai dekat Bangi balik, the battery tinggal dalam I think 15% or something. So cukup nak balik KL. Tapi I nak charge lah bagi penuh, pasal kita range anxiety and all that. So I pun charge. It took me about 1 hour. Basically dia to 80% takes whatever amount yang dia janji tu. Selalunya kalau dia kata 15 minutes, then it's 15 minutes. Then to get to 80 to 100, there's another double. You have to double another 15 minutes. Kalau yang itu half an hour, that means half an hour to get to 80%, then another half an hour to get to 100%. So kita nak dapat 100% lah. Tapi dia naik sampai 80%, dia tendang, dia tak mau pergi dah. So kira tak apalah, I pun cabut. I jalan, kereta tak ada power tiba-tiba, lose power. Check, battery dah overheat. And I didn't know that and ini baru tahun ni I tahu bahawa rupanya Nissan Leaf tak boleh charge fast charger twice in 24 hours. Dia overheat, memang tak boleh. And guess how long it took for the battery to come down to normal temperature? 4 jam dekat, 3 jam setengah.
So bila you tunggu
tak, you boleh jalan. They just cut back power, but the battery, like you say lah, you mesti takut kan? I pun takut tu. Battery overheat, so I call Nissan tanya, ada gamak kura-kura? Kata, kura-kura? Tak ada. Well, if there's no turtle, you don't have to crawl, you just jalan macam biasa je. So, okay. So, I bawa daripada Bangi, I ngeri juga sampai dekat Technology Park Malaysia, lepas pada tol Sungai Besi tu, ada Petronas besar kan, ada McDonald's semua, saya berhenti tu, saya cakap kat my son masa tu, dia pergi masuk, pergi beli apa yang nak makan, kita makan lah kita tunggu bateri ni sejuk. Saya takut kita terbakar, you know, because we in the car, traffic jam terbakar, aku dah buat apa kan. So tunggu 45 minutes, it didn't come down, it came down only later, like after 3.5 hours. So that's like a crappy piece of car, tapi the level of refinement dia, because there's no vibration and no noise, baru masa tu baru I realise that noise and vibration is so underappreciated in contributing to make you tired. Bila you datang balik, you tak penat, you know, and then you feel so refreshed. And I said to myself, then that's it man, my next car it has to be electric. Dan kalau you bawa Tesla dengan Polestar tu, jangan cerita lah, memang itu jatuh cinta je lah. It's just so fantastic. The Polestar tu is like satu level tinggi pada kereta-kereta biasa, and then you bawa Tesla Model 3 ke model apa ke, it's like another level lagi pula. Dia punya autopilot dia tu, most cars boleh track corners yang agak gentle lah. This Tesla will take even the tightest corner. On camera alone. So you macam, what? And that's not FSD or anything dah, tu dia punya autopilot je.
Interesting.
So it's something yang cuma harga sekarang.
Harga tak boleh beat lagi lah. Tak apa, kena tunggu sikit kan. I think I'll drive electric car one day.
I think you might be sooner than that. Kalau you pergi bawa, you pergi test, you akan sangkut. Dia macam Alfa Romeo. Bukan boleh pergi test beli. Okay. Lambat dah. 11.30 dah. Thank you so much for spending so much time with us. Guys, kalau ada apa-apa soalan lagi, tak ada lah kot. Hampa semua tanya, tak ada lah ni semua cerita pasal EV affordable. Dia tanya dah, dia kata dia tak mau beli lagi. Battery overheat, beza. Battery overheat ni Nissan Leaf memang overheat sampai sekarang pasal masih lagi air cooling. Okay, tu je. Alright. Everybody, thank you for coming. Kalau you suka video ni, tolong tekan butang like dan kongsi dengan kawan-kawan. And of course, tolong subscribe and tekan butang loceng supaya dapat notifikasi bila kita menaik video terbaru. Madu Malaysia, Madu Berhemah. Kita jumpa lagi, insyaAllah. Okay, that's the end of the stream. Thank you so much.
Okay, terima kasih.